Well, I've come in my local cafe. It's lovely and dark and fairly quiet. And I've just had a lovely piece of English cake, which was like, I don't know, chocolate mousse cake. It was delicious, really, really nice. And a nice coffee. And there was sort of a discussion about whether I wanted a latte iced coffee or any other. So I said I wanted a cappuccino coffee. So I'm not too sure. It doesn't say, it seems like it's sort of fairly ordinary coffee. But it's nice. It's very nice. Well, tomorrow morning I'm moving. I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna leave my bag and then I'm going up to El Sawaki Beach to a hostel. I don't know what it'll be like, but it's not expensive and it's got a rooftop sort of bar. I've got a private room. You pay when you get there, so I will see whether it turns out to be not a very good idea. But it's near the beach and it's near the 50 Egyptian pound beach, which is very good value. Doesn't sound it, but it is. But I've just walked down from Icon Hotel Suites to see if there's a beach I can go to near where I'm going to be moving in a week's time, and I'm going there for 3 months. So I walked down there. It's in the early morning, fairly early morning, and there's not so many shops open. I'm not sure whether they're still not all open because it's Eid and probably shops are opening, but it's Saturday morning. This is so unusual for me on a Saturday morning. I'd be going down to Lidl, maybe having a walk around the pool and then coming back. So this is something really, really different for me to be doing, and I am enjoying it. And so I walked down, and then Seagull Hotel, which is probably the biggest hotel down there, they said, oh no, you've got to walk another 100 yards to go to a beach that you can go on. You can't go on Seagull's beach. So I began to walk back, and I thought I'll go to Caribbean Beach, Caribbean Bar, which is a lovely, lovely bar, and I have been there before. But you have to go through the hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. So, am I okay moving over here?
Sorry?
I'm okay sitting here?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And so I went in, and they said, oh, you need to go to reception. So I went to reception, and they told me it was either 35 or 45 dollars, that's right, if I wanted to go to the bar to have a cup of coffee. The bar by the beach. So obviously that's now out of bounds, which is a shame because it's really nice. So then I walked up, and then I got talking to somebody sitting outside their shop who I have sort of talked to before, and he said, oh no, you can go to the beach for 100 Egyptian pounds. And I said, do you mean Mamma Mia Beach? He said he didn't know. So he said, I'll show you. So of course we went out of the back of his shop, down the unmade road, and sort of like he's sort of beginning to hold my hand, and then he's sort of like touching my back. And I said, please don't touch me. And then he sort of, it's coming on a bit too strong. But I'm thinking, how can I get rid of him? So we turned the corner onto just where the main bit is, where you go to the beach. And I said, it's there. And I said, it's 400 Egyptian pounds. And of course, he didn't know. So then he left me at that point. And I thought, what did I think? I thought I was past all that sort of stuff. I really did. But maybe I'm not. let, let me just concentrate on what I'm doing. I do not want to get myself into any mess with any Egyptian men. I really don't. Yes, because none of them will have any money. So the next thing is I've come into my favourite bar. It's nice and safe and quiet. And the girl that waits on the tables, she's lovely. So I think that's all for now.